Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about the third part of the movie. Uh, Here we have Forrest drinking a Dr. Pepper. He drinks 15 in this part of it, and it's the best part of going to the White House, is what he says. So anyway, Dr. Pepper is a kind of root beer. You like my hat? This is the style of the 50s, 1950s and 60s in America. So this hat is very fitting. So let's take a look at my PowerPoint. FG3. So here is Forrest with JFK. Get to that later. Okay, Joan Baez is mentioned. So Forrest goes to Jenny's dormitory, and she sort of sneaks him in, secretly. That's against the rules. Boys should not be in the girls' dormitory. And so Forrest has his first sort of sexual experience of his life. And anyway, Jenny makes a comment. She wants to be Joan Baez or like Joan Baez. Joan Baez is a very famous folk singer. Let's get a little bit of Joan Baez here.
On a wagon bound for market, there's a calf with a mournful eye. High above.
All right, there you go. Joan Baez was very popular. My mother loved her. She would always talk about her and play her records. Joan Baez was actually a friend, or she dated Bob Dylan. So this guy here on the right, his name's Bob Dylan, super famous, music star of the 1960s. He influenced many other artists. Bob Dylan. And so that's a big reason that Bob Dylan became famous, was because of Joan Baez. She promoted his career. Yeah. So there you go. A little music history lesson. And let's go to our next page here. So Jenny mentions home ec class, or home economics. The joke is that Jenny takes off her bra and she says to Forrest, "I bet that never happened in home economics class." Forrest says that he only sits next to girls in home ec class. And so Jenny makes this comment. So we say home economics, the subject concerning all these different things here. Basically, it was designed for high school girls to become women, like homemakers, so be able to cook at home and do other things that women do, good, housewives do. So it started off very traditionally, but now it's become, more for anybody, not just for young women, but also for men and young men to learn some important life skills around the house, right? So home economics. All right, so there's a part in here, Forrest goes to the White House because of football, right? Forrest is a great football player. He can run really fast. And so he gets to visit the White House and meet JFK. So JFK is a very famous, maybe the most famous US president in history, right? And so he was known for some things, including he stopped the Cold War from getting worse. So he was very much trying to have peace. He's a very peaceful president. Also, he improved the US economy, made the economy better. So that was a real period of growth for the US, successful economy. Number three, he made it so women had more money. Of course, they still didn't make as much as men, and they still don't, unfortunately, but he made it better so women could make at least more money than they had been. He also won the Pulitzer Prize for writing a book about courage. He's the only president to win a Pulitzer Prize. He also helped Black people to have more rights. Of course, Black people were fighting very hard, just for basic rights to be like normal citizens, to be the same as white people. It's a very difficult battle going from being a slave to being equal to other Americans, right, to white people. He also started the Peace Corps. This is a government group that sends Americans to other countries to help develop those countries in different ways. The Peace Corps is a very important organization. So that's about JFK. So when Forrest meets JFK, he said he drank the 15 Dr. Peppers and soda, and he says, "I gotta pee." So the president notices that. This is interesting grammar here, actually. So I gotta pee means I have got to pee, and this is a way to make it shorter, right? So just I gotta do something is very common, when we speak English. And then we can also say, I'm gonna pee means I'm going to pee. So gonna, right, is are going to. And then next is I have to pee, so I have to pee. And then we have I should have peed, I should have peed. Okay, so some very important grammar when we speak, right? This is how people really talk. And you will not see this generally in writing, but when we speak, this is the way we really speak, right? So very important to notice these things, especially the gotta and gonna. We say those all the time. All right, so Marilyn Monroe, right, is a very famous cultural icon, like a very famous person in American culture. And she, is like a movie actress and a model. She also dated, she's sort of like a mistress for JFK. Of course, JFK was married, but he had some girlfriends, secretly. You're not supposed to do that, right? That's bad. But he did that. And actually, under the White House, they have a secret passageway or hallway for JFK to get his girlfriends in and out of his bedroom in the White House. Wow, yeah. So Marilyn Monroe is connected to JFK, and she's also one of the most famous, American stars. Okay, let's see what's the problem here. There's a word, redneck. So when Forrest meets Bubba, Bubba says, his name, Bubba, that's a redneck name. So that means redneck is like a kind of not educated white person from the South. And this guy, Jeff Foxworthy, he calls himself a redneck, and he has a lot of funny jokes about rednecks. One joke, if you find this video on YouTube, it says, sophisticated people have retirement plans, rednecks play the lottery. So he says a lot of funny stuff about rednecks.
To me, the definition of redneck is a glorious absence of sophistication. And it can be temporary or it can be permanent, but most of us are guilty of it, at least from time to time.
Anyway, that's an audio. You can find some video if you want. But if you want to learn more about rednecks, just look up Jeff Foxworthy on YouTube, and you can find more about him. He's quite funny.
Not long ago,
Bubba, right? That's Forrest's good friend in the Army. And Bubba likes to talk about shrimp. He's all about shrimping. And so at one point, they're like cleaning the floor with toothbrushes. That's a very Army job to do, right? Terrible job. He says, anyway, like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. That means there are shrimp kebabs, shrimp Creole, shrimp gumbo, pan fried, deep fried, stir fry. There's pineapple shrimp, lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp potato, shrimp burger, shrimp sandwich. That's about it. So he finally finishes talking about all the different kinds of shrimp. It's very funny. So Bubba, what a great character. So that's it for this part. And I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you have any questions, please ask me. You can send me questions on line, right? Line message me, or you can email me. You guys have my email, right? Just look on the class plan, right? It's on there. Or just, talk to me in class. Luckily, we're starting up class again this week. So I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys in class. This video is mostly designed for students who are still not able to come to school. We have some international students, and so this video is mostly for you guys, so you can still have some instruction from the teacher, even though you're not in the class yet. But yay, we're finally in physical class. So hopefully you can see everyone in there soon. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this part of the movie.